If you clicked on this video, it's because you want to learn Qiyana jungle. I studied everything for you, so you just have to watch this video and you'll know exactly how to 1v9 with Qiyana every single game playing jungle. Let's get right into it. Guys, so this is everything you want to know. So how to clear with Qiyana and where to path. So this is exactly how you're going to clear. You're going to start W. You're going to make sure that you switch element every time you're clearing. So take brush and take wall, then take brush and take wall to reset your passive. If your leash is really good, you do not want to smite. Let's start with this. How do you know if your leash is good? If the red is 450 HP or less and your columns is not up, or if you start blue and the blue is 450 HP or less and the grump is not up yet, that means the leash is good. You do not need to smite. Now, this is how you clear it rates. You Q once, you grab W over the brush, and then you stay in the brush, you kite the camps a little bit. Make sure you don't move too much so you don't reset the rates, and you're going to clear them easy as that. Watch that again to make sure you understand how to clear rates. This is really the fastest way to clear rates. Now, when you start red, you want to do red into rates into grump. Make sure that if you have smite, use the smite on grump, right? So in this game, he didn't use it, so he's going to use it on the grump right now. Make sure you do that. So you go for the smite Q here. So there it is. And then you go look. After you're done, if you start red, you should do red, rate, grump. After you're done with that, look on the map. Is there any lane you could gank? You could look in mid, but it's Renekton with a knight. It's not going to go well. Silas has first strike, not really kill potential. Top, too further away. So you're going to look at bot. Look at this. The wave is pushing into us. So how do you know if the wave is pushing into you? It's pretty simple. If the enemy minions are outnumbering your minions, it's going to push into you. So that's how you know that the wave, even if it's a good spot for gank right now, it's going to be over here on the next wave that's coming in right here. So this is why he knows this. He sees this, and now he goes for a gank opportunity. The reason that he waits here is really smart. Obviously, if you're lower elo, you don't need to do that. But because he's challenger, he's waiting because it's probably warded. So if you put Dervision, let's see. It's actually not warded. But just in case it is warded, you could see him hovering over the wall here. So at this point, there's one mistake that you could do that could throw the entire game. It's not because you do 3 camps and you're level 3 that you need to gank. So in this game, there's a great gank potential. But if in your game you don't see any gank and it's most likely not to work, don't force a gank or you're just automatically going to lose the game for no reason. If there's no gank opportunity, what you want to do is just go farm your blue and farm your wolves. So that way you won't be behind. Let's cover the clear from the blue now because it's actually a lot different. The same concept applies though. You start W, you make sure you kite the blue so you don't lose as much HP. You change element, reset passive, and you're gonna smite the blue if the leash is not good. Now here it is. You take grass, you ult grass, you kite the grump as well. And here's the difference that you're gonna see in a second, the difference between the blue side and the red side clear. Obviously, when the grump is below half HP, you want to take double wall because it crits for 50% more damage, so it clears faster. And the difference between this side is you want to do wolves on this side. The reason you want to do wolves on this side is because it's easy to clear and it's going to give you level 3 off of only one side of the jungle. So you could go for a gank after you get level 3 right here. So if we pause right here. When you clear the whole blue side, you could already look for a gank, but for example, in this game, there's no gank opportunity. Top, everybody's full HP, it's never gonna work. Mid, not really killable, honestly. Zoe's kind of low. She doesn't have a knight, it's just not gonna work. There it is, gonna remove the ward. His mid laner told him there's a ward. Also want to do rates as well when you clear this side. Rates is really easy to clear. And as you can see here, he's pinging, and now he's looking for an invade on the Ekrim. So you have to understand, why does he invade here? And these are concepts that are really, really hard to grasp when you first learn jungle. But if you actually understand these basic concepts, you'll know why he's invading right now. The reason he's invading right now is because his bot lane is gonna crash the wave and they could come with him to invade the blue because he knows that Ekrim started red because Sejuani leashed. So because he knows that Ekrim started red, he knows that Ekrim is gonna do red into golems, into raids, into wolves, into blue and grub. For that reason, he's invading after his raids and he knows that his bot lane could come. So as you can see, pings, Alistar is gonna come. Now here's the thing that is really important. If the enemy bot lane comes as well, they're gonna miss an entire wave under the turret, which is gonna be a lot of gold and XP loss. So now as you can see, he invades. He also knows that Ekrim, most of the time, especially if they're challenger level, they're gonna do the blue and the grump at the same time. You already know that Ekrim's doing the blue and the grump at the same time here, so let's see what happens. There it is, steals the blue, and here's the advantage about Cosmic Insight, and this is why Cosmic Insight is really good if you go for invades. So as you can see here, because of Cosmic Insight, he has smite, when Ekrim doesn't. So he could steal the blue because of that. Fight is pretty close here, let's see what happens. We zoom out. Here we go double Q. Draven's gonna grab the kill here. Draven's gonna keep out attacking as lethal tempo. Should be able to do a lot more damage. So again, guys, really important. If there was no gank opportunity or no invade opportunity, just make sure that you clear red and then you go for the crab. So that is it for the clearing. I hope you guys learned a lot. For the build, guys, it's pretty simple. You always want to build Blue Smite to be able to proc First Strike really easily. So you're going to go Prowler's Claw first. The ability haste makes it a lot better than Eclipse on top of Eclipse getting nerfed next patch. Then you're going to go CDR Boots, obviously really good on Qiyana. Then you're going to twin into Black Cleaver into Grudge. So these are the three main items. 4 with Boots, if you consider Boots an item. Prowler's Claw, BC, Grudge into CDR Boots. Now the last two items depends on the game. If they have a lot of AP damage, go Maw. If they have a lot of physical damage with auto attacks, you could go Frozen Heart. If it's general 80 damage, you could go Dead Dance. You could also go GA. You could also go Serpents if they have more than 3 or 4 shields. And obviously you could go Chainsword if they have a lot of healing. So that's pretty much it for the build. For the runes, guys, it's pretty standard. You want to every single game thing the same runes. So first strike into Boots, into Futures Market, Cosmic Insight with Sudden Impact and Treasure Hunter. Obviously take double ED, do not take attack speed. Qiyana really benefits really well of her abilities, so you want to max damage as possible. And in the runes, always go armor because her early game is really, really weak. Now for the abilities, guys, is not what you think. You don't want to fully max W second. Obviously you want to max 2 first, but you want to make sure that you only put 3 points in W and then you fully max your E. The reason is Qiyana base damage on the E goes up 40 every single rank, which is a lot of damage. So that's why you only want to put 3 points in W and then start maxing your E so you could have as much damage as possible on top of reducing your E's cooldown. So this is the most important part of the video. A lot of people don't know that you could do something on Qiyana that is called buffering. Now let me explain. So normally what people do on Qiyana is they flash and then they press the spell they want to do. For example, if they want to E someone, they're going to flash and then they're going to press E. Now this is not the best way to use your spells. If you want to do it the fastest way possible is you press your spells before and then you flash. So E flash. Now keep in mind, if you're in range, this is not going to work because obviously if you E and then you flash, you're going to cancel your E. So buffering only works if you're out of range because you get and then you're gonna flash while keep in mind you cannot click. So if you E then you click then you flash, it's not gonna work. You gotta make sure that you E, you don't click and then you flash. So it's gonna make the E the moment you flash and the moment you get in range, it's gonna do the spell instantly. Now you're gonna ask me, why is this broken? It makes the reaction time a lot less because, for example, if I flash ER, you could see there's a slight moment where you're gonna flash and your champion's gonna stand still. On the other hand though, if you E flash R, as you can see, it's instant because it's buffered. So this is exactly the trick that you need to be using with Qiyana, and it's exactly how you're gonna make your combos a lot faster. You could do that with everything. So you could buffer your E, you could buffer your Q. Buffering Q is simple, you Q and then you flash, right? You could buffer your W as well. If you're not in range for W, you could W flash. Obviously, it's not as important. Obviously, works on the ultimate as well. You can R flash. On Qiyana, you need to really learn how to buffer your E because this is the spell that's going to make your ultimate combos a lot smoother, especially in teamfight. If there's multiple enemies, you could go for a buffer E flash ult, which is going to do a lot of damage and a lot quicker, so it gives less reaction time for the enemy. So really important that you learn how to do this. Please good practice tool to learn how to do this and become really good at it. So in this clip, you could see me using the E buffer to actually get a kill on the area, making it smooth as hell. So this is one of the use that you could use it in game. So a lot of people on Qiyana, they do EQ WEQ instead of QWEQ, and this is exactly why QWEQ is better. So you can see that the QWEQ gives a lot less time to react, and it just makes sure that your damage, especially your burst, is going to be as quick as possible without the enemy reacting to it. You still want to use the EQWQ sometimes, especially if you have ice when you're ganking, because obviously when you gank, you're going to use ice to make sure that you land the CC, because when you EQ, it automatically follows the person so it doesn't miss. At the end of the day, Qiyana is a really hard champion, so I just suggest you go in games and just play, because the more games you're going to have on her, the better you're going to be, and the more you'll understand the champion's kit, and that's actually the best way to learn her in terms of combos. Alright, so I'm going to remove my camera for this clip right here. So this is a clip of me when I was in Korea playing a D2 with 70% win rate, so it was about Master MMR. As you can see, I'm moving in with stealth, and this is exactly what you want to do when you play Qiyana jungle. You're going to move in with stealth and really create a lot of pressure by yourself and create space for when you're CC'd. You can see here me just tempoing for my cooldown to be back up, Ari flashing my spell, and me just moaning for no reason, but that's it. So this is how you want to check jungle. Alright, so generally mid-game with Qiyana, it's pretty simple. You just want to look for angles, so like big ultimates and stuff like that. If you see like an angle like right here, boom, you just go for it. Boom! You touch my tra-la-la! And you just wanna do big ultimates pretty much. That's pretty much what you want to do mid game, and I'm gonna show you another example of late game more in river and stuff like that. This is generally what you want to do when you play Qiyana. You want to bait the enemy in with stealth, then move it securely in stealth and just go for ultimate into a combo and kill people. That's pretty much what you want to do. So this is generally what you want to do late game. It's gonna be the same thing on Baron, even better on river because Qiyana ult works on river. So that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it for the guide. I appreciate you guys watching. If you like the video, drop a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, but most importantly, check out my Twitch where I'm streaming almost every single day. I'm not streaming right now because I have Rona. That's probably why I was looking weird and stuff like that. I'll be streaming every single day when I'm not sick anymore. So thank you guys for watching the video. I also have a mobile fire guide in the description below if you want to have more details and more information about Qiyana, because I try to make this video a bit short and concise for people that really wanted the basics of it. So thank you guys for watching. If you guys like content like this, let me know in the comments, because I actually read every single comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.